I'm gonna clean up the lens and get started, guys. What's up, everyone? Today's Monday. Today's YouTube live day. So, gonna talk about the current market action. Talk about what's been moving in the markets, what we've been doing to kind of stay alive and still make money in these markets. And then I'll open it up to a Q&A. We'll talk about stuff outside of trading, outside the markets, and maybe take a little bit of a different twist this time. So, main thing I want to talk about is stock selection and finding hot stocks to trade, right? So a big thing that you have to understand about the stock market is that there's always going to be trades that are optimal for long bias traders, and there's going to be trades that are optimal for short bias trader. A short bias trader needs to find stocks that are already broken pre-market and basically just looking to short them on a bounce, right? That's what short bias traders do. We look for broken stocks, we short them on a bounce. Now, for a long bias trader, what you should be doing is looking for stocks that have warning signs for shorts. So some warning signs include if the stock is on SSR, if the stock is a low float, if a stock is a day one, and if a stock is easy to borrow. If a stock has any of these warning signs, it means that you should not be looking to short them and you should actually be looking to buy them. So today's example of trading was two stocks that were moving. It was a little bit more than two, but there was two main stocks that were moving. It was GCT, VERU, and DWAC. And I'm recording this at around 11 a.m. market time right now, so a lot of the trends have already been formed and a lot of things have changed. So let's start with GCT. GCT was a recent IPO stock that was very heavily beaten down. Oftentimes, these stocks are heavily beaten down that go from 60 down to $6. They tend to bounce a little bit stronger than expected because people are like, oh my God, it was just 60 last year. I'm gonna buy because on discount. I'm gonna do this, that, and oftentimes it ends up holding a little bit stronger. So that was a recent IPO stock. That was day one. So that had a really good trend. That was a stock that was really strong. So what I said is I would like to wait for the stock to break down, and then after it breaks down, if the bounce fails, that's when I'm gonna look to short it. So I waited for the stock to break down. It went from like 650 to like 570, 580. And I said, okay, if this thing bounces towards 620, 630, towards VWAP, that's gonna be my area to look for a short on it. So 90% of the time, if a stock breaks down, chances are the bounce will fail. It's a 9 out of 10 setup. Chances are the bounce will fail. GCT just so happened to be that 10% of the time where the stock failed, bounced, and went higher, right? So I took a small loss on that, right? In trading, guys, it's very okay to take whatever trade you want, do whatever style you want, as long as you have a plan. And my plan was wait for the stock to tank, which it did. Wait for the bounce, which it did. And that bounce, 90% of the time it fails, the 10% it doesn't. So on the 10% that it doesn't, you stopped out. And right now it went up, an extra dollar a share. Now it's kind of coming back down, right? So that was GCT. Hot stock, recent IPO, day one, extremely beaten down. Okay, that had potential to run. That did its thing. Done. Now let's talk about VERU. So VERU was another stock that was starting to get attention. In the stock market, there's usually a big flow of money that enters and exits stocks. So we call this the money flow concept. And what that means is if a stock here is hot, it's probably going to continue to be hot because the other stocks, people are going to sell them, people are going to dump them, people are going to ignore them to funnel that money back into the hot stock. This is the money flow concept that we talk about. So oftentimes, if stock A is not performing and going up, and stock B is going up, what they do is they sell stock A to be able to buy stock B because that stock is going higher and higher and higher and higher. It's the money flow. So what we look for in the morning as long or short bias traders, depending on the type of style that you have. If you are a short bias trader, you want to trade the stock that is losing the money flow to go to the hot stock. If you are a long bias trader, you want to ignore the stock that's losing the money flow and buy the stock that's getting all the attention. So what I like to do in the morning is I like to identify which stock is getting the flow of money in the morning. And this morning, it was VERU. VERU had one of those warning signs. Day one, easy to borrow. So day one, easy to borrow, was starting to get attention, was starting to get money flow, was starting to push up, and that is not the stock that you want to trade because the attention is there, it's hot there. You want to be able to focus on the stock that is losing the money flow. And what was happening in the morning is that was DWAC. DWAC gapped up to $30, sold off to $20, bounced to $23, and failed. So as the money was exiting DWAC and entering VERU, this is the stock that longs want to focus on because it was hot, and this is the stock that shorts want to focus on because it was cold. So oftentimes in the morning, guys, within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the morning, our job is to identify which stocks are hot, which stocks have the money flow, and then based on if you are a long or short bias trader, that's the stock you pick to trade every single morning. As a short, you don't want to be shorting the hot stock. As a long, you don't want to be buying the stock that's tanking, right? You want to be able to follow the trend, piggyback the trend. If the trend is continuing to go up, that's your edge for a long. If the trend is continuing to go down, chances are if it bounces, it's going to fail. So that's pretty much what I do between 9:30 and 10:30 in the morning, right? And after 10:30, we talk about something called the zombie rule, right? And the zombie rule says that after 10:30 a.m., the volume shrinks on these stocks, the robots take over, and the robots start slowly grinding stocks higher. Now, just like in every type of market, there's different cycles. We are in a zombie-dominated cycle. I would say for the past 2 months, we have been in a zombie-dominated cycle. So what happens is, in those 2 months, every day at 10:30, these stocks start to bounce. So, as a short bias trader, at 10:30 is when you cut off your shorting. As a long bias trader, 10:30 is when you start buying. So this market has different time frames of different edges that certain particular traders, based on your style, based on what you're looking for, thrive in, right? So just to recap, as I'm recording this right now, DWAC is doing a zombie move. As I'm recording this, VERU is still above VWAP. So as of now, right, the zombies are dominating. The zombies are taking over. So some key concepts that you guys have to understand for your trading every single day is what stocks are hot, what stocks are getting the money flow, and what stocks have the highest potential to make a zombie move and continue going higher, right? Oftentimes the stocks that are easy to borrow make zombie moves. Oftentimes the stocks that are low float make zombie moves. Oftentimes the stocks that have low volume make zombie moves. So as a long or short bias trader, there's plenty of money to be made on both sides of the trade. Your job within the first 10 to 15 minutes is to identify what's hot, what's cold, where's the money flowing, and that's kind of what we're here to help about. So does that concept make sense, guys, before I continue? And again, this is a live video, so I'm going to kind of field the questions from the members over here. I try to keep it as simple as possible, guys, is when we say that the money is flowing to VERU, that is the perfect opportunity to start looking for a long or to cut off your short. And if the money is flowing out of, XYZ stock, that's going to be your opportunity to look to short that stock. So whether you're long, whether you're short, it does not matter. Identifying these concepts of the money flow and, stock selection to see which stocks have the edge for longs or short is pretty much your job in the first hour of trading. Because if the money is flowing to a hot stock and you're shorting that hot stock, chances are you're probably going to get destroyed because more money is going to flow into that stock. And when the money finally does flow out, or when the trend changes, or when there's a zombie move, you have to be able to adjust, because the worst thing you could do is turn a winner into a loser by just overstaying. You say you want an all-day fader and the stock rebounds at zombie times. Or long bias trader, you want a stock to go up all day until the close and gap up, and all of a sudden it has a death candle, right? So trading is just as important as adapting and adjusting to the ever-changing price action that is happening, right? So any questions on that, guys, before I continue? So what I want to do next, guys, I want to kind of open it up to a Q&A from you guys. And it doesn't have to be just about trading related. It could be about, life and kind of going over stuff like that. Because as you guys know, we make the same videos every single week. We try to educate you guys every single week, and we try to provide you guys with real actionable concepts that you guys could, implement into your trading ASAP. But, as fun as trading is, as good as it is, as much as we enjoy it, trading obviously is our lives. And yeah, it might not be the same for you guys, but we are still normal humans as well. And we struggle with the same normal things that everyone else struggles with or that people do. So I kind of want to open it up to you guys and see what topics you guys want us to talk about more. I've been getting a lot of good feedback about the day trading vlogs that I've been posting up weekly. This week is another live trading video for the lifetime members. So if you're an MIC and you're a lifetime member, every other week I release a live trading video and take it from there. So trying to change up the content between live trading videos, between lifestyle videos, between these videos. Bao's going to come back tomorrow and he's going to start to do the life coaching stuff and starting to bring on members again. So we're just kind of trying to change up the concepts because as valuable as these actionable items are, a lot of people want some entertainment too, right? And I totally get that. And learning to trade sometimes could get boring, it sometimes could get overwhelming. And we've been doing this live stuff for about 4 years now, and sometimes it gets repetitive. So we want to kind of ask you guys and see what you guys want to see more of from us, whether it be from a content standpoint, mentorship standpoint, MIC standpoint. So yeah, guys, do you have any questions for us? Any questions, guys? What do you expect from November crack week in the bear market? So we talked about this concept in, I think, probably last week or the week before. Is November is historically zombie month. So what zombie month means is usually these hedge funds, they prop up small cap stocks and they pump small cap stocks to kind of cook their books into the end of the year. And it usually happens during November, towards the end of the year. So oftentimes we get big zombie moves, we get big short squeezes, we get big runners, we get big everything. And HUDI was the first sign of that. And then out of nowhere, they had an offering today and they're down 80%. So what do I expect from this crack week? What do I expect from this zombie month? Is just more zombies. We may not see a massive parabolic run that ignites the action in small caps again, but we might just continue to see continuous zombie moves going higher. And the zombie times are between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. Looking around. Not really seeing much out there today, guys. Really not seeing much out there today. This has been a very difficult market to trade. There's not been much range, there's not been much opportunity, but here we are every single day, showing up and trying to make money. Any questions, guys? Is it okay to put all your chips in one bet? I disagree with that. Because what if your bet is wrong and then you're done? I need to start all over again. Could you give me some advice? I mean, what you should do is you should start watching the Accelerator course and watch Bao's Trading Fish Academy and then start watching the live trades that I'm putting out. Are you guys going to be doing any Black Friday sales? We're going to be having a Black Friday sale. It's going to be our last promotion of the year, and we'll probably announce that in 2 weeks. It's probably going to be our biggest discounts ever. Yeah, exactly, guys. Any more questions? Yeah, guys, if you're interested, maybe we could help you guys get early Black Friday access. If you want, text Tosh Black Friday at 213-458-5997, and we'll see if we can give you guys some of the Black Friday discounts early. But we plan on releasing the Black Friday discounts, I think, in 2 weeks, and that's going to be our last promotion until the end of the year. And we're even considering throwing a live trading event for everyone that participates. So I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm not really seeing much questions, and I have a lot of MIC backend work to catch up on. Mondays are usually my busiest days, so probably gonna call it here. I'll put a link in the video for the day trading vlog for my live trade and see if that could help you guys. But in the meantime, thanks for attending. I will see you guys at Bao's Instagram live tomorrow at around 11-12 p.m. market time. For some more live coaching, split screens, and everything. So thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys back in the room.